Hi, everybody. Oh, I forgot to do something here. Hold on a minute. Let me fix this. Okay, back to dashboard. It should be working now. I hope. Anyway, hi, and I hope all is well with you, and hope you had enjoyed. Hey, Nancy, good seeing you. How are things in your neck of the woods in Ava, Wisconsin? Um, Here, would you believe we're at 80 degrees today? So I have my fan going. I'm gonna drag out my other fan from my bedroom so it's cooler in there. Uh, it gets really warm up here on the third floor. Uh, too bad. Sorry, I'm fighting allergies. Uh, Too bad I don't have a tiny house for, let's say, for about 10 acres, you know. Um, I like to get out of the apartment situation. I really do. Um, right now, we're having trouble with our call box, and so people that try to deliver stuff here use the call box, and nothing happens. Nothing works. Well, you're gonna get more of our hot weather, Nancy. Because everything comes in from the west and goes east and southeast. And there's been a lot of storms coming up too. And also this week on Sunday is June 1st, and guess what? Hurricane season will be starting. So, um, anyway, we'll discuss a few things today. Um, you heard of the term taco? You know what it means? It's not the food taco. This is something else. It's called Trump always chickens out equals taco. And I find that kind of just hilarious and funny. When a reporter asked him about that, and he goes, "What does that mean?" And they go, "Well, that means it's referring to saying Trump always chickens out." Well, he didn't understand that. He didn't grasp anything about it. He did. Trump doesn't have any filters, okay? So he doesn't really understand. Uh, yeah, that's very, very true. And so it's getting to the point where the stock market is hemming back at him and told him to stop it. Stop doing that. It's not helping anybody or anything. At all. So, um, anyway, I love it. The guy from the Wall Street, or the stock market, who's the director there, the one who coined the phrase, I didn't pick up his name, but he coined that phrase, and everybody go, "Hey, we love it." So, I love it too. So anything that Trump does is called taco. Even Canada likes it, which they're really laughing hard about that. If anything happens in the stock market here in New York, here, and of course the West Coast stock market, it happens. I'm sorry, I got itchy ear. Uh, Happens worldwide. You have the Tokyo Stock Exchange, and you got French, and you've got the British and everything. But those guys are heavily regulated, okay? They don't allow insider trading or stock buybacks or anything, okay? Their rules are a lot tougher in the EU and in Britain. So, too bad we don't have more of that here. Um, he also does not know what he's doing or what he's saying. And for life of me, why can't they just take off the kid gloves and just remove him? Remove him. Period. Family needs to remove him. Okay? Uh, even his own niece should have him removed. Because she's a licensed psychiatrist, Dr. Mary Trump. And she should have him removed and sent to a mental hospital for the criminally insane. You should go there. I can't understand why they're keeping him on. I really can't. Okay. He's turning on them, so then in turn they should turn on him by forcing the issue and removing him. Period. That's what they should do. And get a person who is professional, knows how the government works. Sorry, I got blow my nose. Um, and get somebody in there that put everything back the way it was. Put the fairness doctrine back and all the rules and regulations that were put there for a reason. Okay? And get rid of Doge, get rid of Project 2025, everything else. Put everything back the way it was. Because it was working just fine before. And yes, I said that 2 times before, my last videos. But it needs to be pushed. It needs to be stated. It needs to be called out. I don't know if any of you are interested in space exploration or space flight. SpaceX just launched yesterday just launched their Starship 9. And it was successful, launching and everything. It's just that later and further into the test flight, after the ship separation and everything, the booster was lost. Somehow the telemetry gave up, and they discovered there was on the sensory showed that there was some fuel leakage inside, which knocked it out. And so they lost the booster. Well, it fell back into the Gulf of Mexico. So, which is good. It was going where it was supposed to go. But Starship itself, just on its way back to going to India, they have a artificial reef there of all the old rockets and everything else that goes there. And a lot of the fish and everything use it as homes. Crabs use it as homes. Of course, all the fuel's been spent and everything, so there's really no environmental thing. And anyway, they lost Starship. She went into a free fall, uncontrolled. And for some reason, That was also an issue, fuel leakage issue, which when they lost it and couldn't control it or anything. And of course, she fell into India. Now, SpaceX, from what I heard on their broadcast, they take full responsibility for cleanup and debris cleanup and everything else. Okay, all space agencies do anyway. They are responsible for that, and China is being encouraged to do that as well. Not only domestically, but they also need to do it internationally as well. Um, so it's just a safety thing, okay? But like in any test flight, things are bound to go wrong because you're trying out new methods, new equipment, new upgrades, that type of thing that's never been flown before, and something does happen. Well, in this case with Starship 9, that happened. But look how many times it took them to fix uh, the Atlas rockets until they perfected it. Okay, and of course with SpaceX with um, Falcon 9 rockets, they're becoming very reliable. Okay, of course Falcon 9 is smaller. It doesn't have the thing like um, Starship has. Starship's the bigger ship. So anyway, they're going through all the telemetry. They're going through all the information and everything to find out what is wrong, why it happened, and what they can do to prevent it. And that's all part of it, space exploration. Try something, it works, hey, great. If it doesn't, well, improve upon it, as in going back to the old drawing board. And then just keep on pushing it, okay? Now, from what I understand, is this. I don't think it's going to be ready in time because they've got a number of other issues to fix. Is that Starship is supposed to go in next year, 2026. It's supposed to go to Mars. Not to the moon, but to Mars. Well, originally the moon was supposed to be a stopping point or waypoint. Well, they decided to send it directly to Mars. But this time it'll be manned. You know, they'll have a flight crew and several people and everything else that are going to Mars. And they hope to, within the preceding years, have like several thousand or, several hundred Starship launches a day or a year or whatever. I forgot what the figure was, but a year to start setting up equipment and materials and everything else to build a colony on Mars. But with all the other problems that are having, including the tariffs issue, it's not really helping the space exploration thing any, because it drives up the cost because of importing materials and things like that. Trump needs to stop. He needs to revoke and get rid of the tariffs and just leave everything alone. If when he came into office, if he should have left everything alone, left the way it is, let it run itself, and just focused on solving problems. Instead, with him, it's always retribution and payback and everything else. That's a toddler. He's being a toddler in this. So, I'm keeping an eye on my time. So really, we need a new president in there. We really do. And all the Trumpers and the MAGA rats, as I call them, uh, they need to get a life. You need to understand the facts, the truth. If you don't like the facts and truth, that's just tough cookie for you, because um, that's the way it is. Okay? And if you don't like it and don't like what's happening here, uh, as we push back and Trump is gone, then go to another country. Uh, there's got to be a better way, okay? And for me, my thought is, as a human race, why are we doing this to ourselves? Okay? Why are we letting this happen? We should put our foot down and say, no, there's a better way of doing this. We really do. Um, let's say, well, it is what it is. No, that is the cop out. Is what it is statement, that's a cop out to me. That's telling me that you're just gonna let it happen and you let it keep happening. So anyway, let me see. Let me check my calendar. Hold on a minute. Calendar. Where are you, calendar? If I can find it. Oh, there you are. Calendar. Let's see. Wednesday. I will see you on Friday at 1 o'clock, as always. And I will be putting this on my YouTube channel. And be sure to invite your friends and share it. I don't mind you sharing. Still working on stuff. It takes time because things change so fast, and it's hard to keep up. You know how that goes. So anyway, I will see you on Friday. Take care, stay safe, keep an eye to the sky, and be sure to have a good weather radio with you. And stay safe, please. Okay, love you guys. Bye bye.